Hello, hello. Hey, She Army. It's Wisdom Wednesday. And tonight we are going to be talking about um, segmentation in your target market. Yes, get excited. We're going to be talking about um, what market segmentation is and why you should care about it. And then I'm going to give you the top 3 ways that you can segment your target market. So, first, let's talk about your target market. Your target market is the group of customers within your business's serviceable available market that you're going to be aiming your marketing efforts and your resources, right? So, every business owner should be obsessed with knowing their target market, figuring out what makes them tick, what their challenges are, and most importantly, how you can be a solution, to their problems, right? So when you focus on segments of your market, you're viewing or you're dividing your market into smaller and more defined categories. You can segment your target market in accordance with multiple characteristics, such as demographics, interests, needs, or location. Segmenting your market can be the key to building or attracting new business, increasing sales, and just ultimately making your business more successful. You may be saying, I'm just going to, contact my whole customer list. Well, using the spaghetti method may seem to be the most logical, but it actually lowers the engagement with your content, especially when it comes to social media, if you aren't putting out what's relevant to different segments. So, by being more strategic about your marketing and getting really specific on which group of people get specific emails, get specific promotions, pricing, the more cost effective your overall marketing activities will be and the higher your return on investment will be. So, emailing your entire list is really not the move all the time, unless it's a newsletter type of email. And even then, depending on your email software, you still really do want to be selective because your delivery rate and your open rates will be poor if you don't segment. So chances are what you're sending really is not even making it into your target market's inbox, or they're scrolling past your content because they feel like it's not relevant to them. So by sending people timely and relevant information that speaks to them and addresses a need, and if you consistently do this, then you'll have a greater chance of people actually consuming your content, opening your emails, engaging with you, and then purchasing your product and or service, right? So let's look at the 3 most common ways, or the 3 top ways to segment your market. There's demographic, geographic, and psychographic segmentation. So demographics include gender, age, income level, marital status, education, race, religion. And you might be thinking, well, why would I want to know the demographics of my audience? Well, let's say you're a makeup vendor or a beauty vendor and you sell lashes. You've done your research, and I'm making this up. I don't actually know the real stats, but you find out that the average age for false lash wear, so falsies, is between the ages of 20 and 36. Wouldn't you want to be sure that the content that you're putting out, the post that you're making, is speaking to that average age group of women that wear these lashes, right? Because they're going to be most likely to stop and look and scroll in your feed to see if they want to buy anything. So next, let's look at geographic segmentation, which includes neighborhood, zip codes, area codes, city, state, region, or even country, depending on where you are, right? So imagine if you owned a lawn care business. Wouldn't you want to target people that were in particular neighborhoods or even subdivisions to use your services? All right, hopefully this is making sense to you guys. And then psychographic, right? Psychographic segmentation is based upon socioeconomic class or lifestyle preferences. So, like your values, your beliefs, your interests, and your likes. So let's say you have a Christian-based business, or maybe you teach Christian-based business principles. Maybe you would want to target people in Christian churches for your marketing efforts. Maybe that would be the best people to get in front of to be able to sell your product and or service. So these are just really a few examples, but can you see how powerful it is to truly know your audience? So then, the spaghetti method, it really becomes less of a thing when you really know your audience and you put more content out that really resonates with your target market, and you know what segment of your market that it resonates with, which is really important. How terrible is it if you post something and you get little to no engagement? I know we've all been there, including me. Um, and because let's say, for example, your audience doesn't understand the reference you made, doesn't understand the language that you're using. You may understand it, but they may not understand it. I'll give another example. So let's just say I was a hairstylist coach, and I coached women on how to have a banging six-figure business as an independent hairstylist. And let's say that most of my followers were young millennials, and Gen Z women, right? So most of my followers are young millennials, Gen Z women. So young millennials, let's say they're born after 1991, because I believe millennials are 81. I think millennials are like, somebody help me. Hopefully you can drop it in the comments because I'm guessing here. I think millennials are 81 to like 92 or 93. I can't remember the cutoff, and let's say Gen Z is about 1997 to 2015 in terms of year that you're born, right? Why does this matter? Okay, so I'm this banging hairstylist coach, right? And I'm teaching women how to have a six-figure independent styling business. But then I post something on social media. I post, don't be a beauty school dropout. I use a meme from Greece, and the post gets crickets. Well, chances are people in my audience haven't seen Greece, are not going to see Greece, don't even know what I'm talking about. I personally like show tunes and musicals, so I've probably seen more than my fair share or more than most people, and I can probably sing them word for word. But you have to know, my point is that you have to know your audience and what will resonate with them. Obviously, Greece was not doing it for them in this example. But hopefully you guys are kind of grasping the concept and the importance of really knowing your audience, and knowing the importance of market segmentation and what that looks like. So who's in your audience, what they like, what they don't like, what their interests are. Obviously, Greece in this example was not an interest. Show tunes was not an interest, right? In the She Collective, we work extensively on this, as it really does take time to understand all the nuances of your audience and how to speak to them. And how to speak to them really in a way that resonates with them, builds a loyal community, and also customers, right? You get customers from that. A lot of times as business owners, we're so afraid to niche down because we want to work with everyone. Everything is not for everyone. Say it with me. Everything is not for everyone. And you will have to decide who best fits for your product and service and who you want to work with. And you need to do your research, right? You need to do your research to determine how best to market to them, right? So again, those top three ways to segment your market are demographic segmentation, geographic segmentation, and psychographic segmentation. So little recap, demographic segmentation includes things like age, income, marital status, gender. Geographic segmentation includes city, state, zip code, area code, neighborhood. And then psychographic would be socioeconomic class. Also could be their values, their beliefs, interests, likes, dislikes. Okay. So top three ways to segment your target market. So guys, I really hope that this was helpful for you. I really hope it was helpful. Please let me know in the comments whether you're watching this now or you're watching this later. Let me know. Also, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop those into the comments, into the chat, so that I can answer them. I do scroll through the live comments and questions after, so make sure you do that. And just as an announcement, we do have a few events coming up for the month of March. And I will be posting them in the She Army very soon, as well as on all my social media. But we will have Network Like a Boss next Thursday, March the 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then on March the 18th, we're going to be doing, or I'm going to be doing a Target Market Attraction Masterclass. So definitely don't want to miss that. That's going to be March the 18th, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to sign up for the event in the Xiaomi Facebook group, and I'll also be sending out invites through my email list. So if you're not subscribed, you can do so in the link of the description of this live. Make sure you don't miss a beat. Make sure you don't miss what's going on. Don't want to miss this masterclass in terms of figuring out how you can find and market to your target market. Well, that's really all I have for today, guys. Again, I really hope this was helpful. Please let me know in the comments if it is. Feel free to like, share with someone who needs to hear what I'm saying. And also feel free to DM me with questions. I'm at Crystal Renee on all handles. That's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And then you can also feel free to DM Simply She. Facebook, we're at I Simply She. And then on Instagram, I'm at I_simply_she. And if you want further clarity on how to segment and or leverage your target market, or even just identify them, feel free to book a clarity call with me. The link to book a clarity call is in the description of this live as well. So that's all for now, guys. And remember, you too can conquer if you slay hard every day. Take care. I'll talk to you guys soon.